to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Vikings and the Hawks under the lights on Thursday night.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They're led out by the USC product in his 6th season now, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign of the opening drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Darnold down to throw. Open man is Osborne. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason, but here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, 2nd-year pro, Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. In fact, I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Bullard in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Here's 3rd and 6. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Darnold. Pressure comes and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
How about that? Well, the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Darnold. This goes out wide from Madison. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Darnold. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Powell. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Now Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll find Osborne here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge and they complete the pass there for another first down.
Darnold. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Second down and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He was brought down there by Julian Love. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That is caught, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Vikings! Sammy Watkins from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Sammy Watkins who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That one goes for 8 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Open man, there's Bobo. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Smith. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And just shutting him off there. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly...
Touchdown! Bryan Edwards. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
Crossing route catch made by Eskridge.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Derek Hall,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw here.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Smith. That'll be caught by Bobo. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To the air again, Smith. And he's got it. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Charbonnet showing off the elusiveness as he's in. Touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo.
And the tackle going to be made
departed,
right there at the 25-yard line.
To gain or
Here comes
lose.
the Seahawks offensive unit.
Right
They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Again, it's Charbonnet.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They snap it to Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And once again, it's Eskridge.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
D. Eskridge.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
He may go.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Cam Akers.
69 yards.
And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Gino. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now it's Smith off the bootleg.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Again, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge
Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, the offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Going right back to Akers. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
3rd and 19.
Now back to throw. And he'll
certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Dwayne Eskridge and the rest of his offensive mates coming out here for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this throw caught left side, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Dallas.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He finds his man, complete. It's Young.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Tariq Young
from 13 yards out.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
He's to the 10.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Cam Akers
with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Vikings have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Time for another look now at Geno Smith and the Seahawk offense.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yeah.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington.
This 2nd and 4.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Geno now to throw. And it is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Straight ahead running. Here's Dallas.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
244 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And the Vikings 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
2nd and 5. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because They really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Bullard's throw taken in by Edwards.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. Back to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll begin here with a run to Charbonnet. And nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
16 yards right off the bat for a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
43-yard line.
They'll run it here with Charbonnet.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing now is Gino.
That one too wide and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Seahawks field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. In the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
Now a play fake here on first down.
It's Edwards again.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Touchdown, Vikings! Will Fuller, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Dwayne Eskridge and the rest of his offensive mates coming out here for this next series.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 33, here's second down and 1.
At the 33-yard line.
Now Smith.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll run for it with Charbonnet.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Now Gino on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to the air, Smith on second down.
That'll be caught by Bobo.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Smith steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 1st and 10, Smith.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Smith's going to throw it.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Smith.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
Now Chandler.
As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Taken right around the 44.
So Geno and the Seahawks down by 2 touchdowns. Under 1:20 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Smith to throw.
Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's Smith.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Going for the deep ball. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now 1st and goal.
And that's good for the Seahawks.
Now Geno. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, They show up, and they show out.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup and evaluate him on the field to unlock his true potential. Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches to hire for your staff and upgrade them to help improve your team both on and off the field. Staff points can be used across all of your staff characters. To access talents down a tree, you must purchase at least one tier of the talents above them. When you have enough staff points, you can begin purchasing talents or special skills that will improve your team on or off the field. To see what effect each talent has, highlight it on the talent tree. The panel will also show whether a talent is available for purchase. Some talent trees make you select a path to follow to build your character. Upon purchasing one of these talents, the opposite path will be locked, so choose wisely. It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Titans and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable...
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Darnold. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team? That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
As if this motivated young man needed an extra chip on his shoulder. He certainly got one more when he slipped to the second round of this year's draft. This, after he was discussed as a possible top 5 pick. As he likes to tell everyone, I've got a cannon for an arm, and I'd love to show it off.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the rookie 3rd rounder from Tulane, it's Tajay Spears. A timeout for an injured player, and it looks like it's Traylon Burks who's in some discomfort out there. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Madison. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Levis to throw off play action. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Henry up the middle. Down to the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here's Levis.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. Powerful running. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Going to run with Madison again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Madison running on first down.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Faking the give, Darnold.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
To throw is Darnold. He gets it to Addison. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Darnold. Throw left side, and Osborne has it.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing again is Darnold. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal.
It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
Joseph's got it.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. And he make it to the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake, Levis.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea?
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
That's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Darnold down to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Darnold.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Darnold.
Addison hauls it in.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Levis on third down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
DJ Waddle got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over a great field position. 1st and 10.
Now a give to Madison.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
A first down throw, Darnold.
Pass complete to Addison.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
They'll run with Madison.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 17-3.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Chris Moore returning it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
On first down, Levis.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Running left, it's Henry. Stiff-armed him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Levis sets up to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. Shrugs him off. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis.
And this one is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Alexander Madison leading this Vikings offense out there to begin the next drive.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Darnold.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now it's Darnold out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Now 2nd and 3.
Darnold from the gun. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Darnold's going to throw here, caught by Addison. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
To the air again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Hand off to Spears.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine.
Kaiser now on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Kaiser.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Kaiser.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Here's Kaiser. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up, taking it right down Broadway. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Joseph on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now the Titans getting set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Kaiser to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a give to Spears. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run with Chestnut.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
To throw is Kaiser. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, Kaiser. Under pressure, they got him again.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
17-yard line.
Now Kaiser. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That is caught, and he will have a Titans 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down, but how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
And now a run with Spears.
And now the rookie's free. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw here. Kaiser.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Akine.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Kaiser now.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Titans 1st down.
Here's a run by Spears. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Kaiser's throw hauled in by Westbrook-Akine here.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run here with Haskins.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Now he's forced out left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Deshaun Kaiser, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Tajay Spears
from 19 yards away.
And the Titans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. But the ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. Chandler.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Ty Chandler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kaiser. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A handoff. Haskins try the right side.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But
touchdown! A great play there. 29 yards. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Mullen's throw taken in here by Fuller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Operating from the gun, Kaiser. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Mullins.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So now the Titans down 34-31, 2:05 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
That's to the tight end, Wiley. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Kaiser to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's Kaiser.
Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Kaiser.
Able to find Dowell.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. 4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women.
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Cardinals and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, the third and final week of preseason action, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go in the regular season?
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their fifth-year quarterback, two-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
He and Arizona came together on a hefty contract extension before last season, but injuries, well, they caused everyone to take a step backwards last year. But when healthy, Kyler Murray, still a big play waiting to happen on every snap.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
First down, Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray, kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now Murray. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 33 yards.
And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start with a give to Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Murray.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Murray now. Caught. It's Wilson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And a completion to Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 5.
To throw is Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Play fake. Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing. Puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Murray. And this is caught at the 8. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down throw, Darnold.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Darnold.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. They'll come up 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Running right on the option is Murray. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
Well, this has definitely been a ball control offense here in the first half. We saw them go on a long scoring drive the last time they had the ball. And now here, they get the 3rd down conversion to keep this drive going.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them out.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, 51 yards. And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead. We talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Darnold. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To the air again, Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. They'll find Osborne here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Running from the shotgun with Madison. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Darnold from the gun. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got... There he goes, right side. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Extra point good by Prater, and it is 28-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Vikings head out to take over once again. They'll start on the ground with Madison. Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. But Charles, this offense just can't seem to get off the ground.
But the quarterback, he has to keep picking himself off the ground because this pass rush, they've been on him so far in a big way. 3 sacks here in the first half. He might tell his offensive line, quit helping me up and just block the guys in front of you.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Murray from midfield. And his throw is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Mekhi Blackman on the coverage.
A throw out wide caught by Pascal.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
This is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And that'll be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Play action. It's Darnold.
That's caught downfield by Addison.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A play fake, and it's Darnold.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Darnold to throw again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sammy Watkins, 35 yards.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
First down, Cardinals.
Shotgun now from Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Murray to air it out again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Meanwhile, Darnold's and the throw here caught by Addison.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Joseph's got it.
And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Darnold. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Now Darnold.
Completes this to Addison out left.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Here's Madison running left.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Now a give to Madison. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll try the left side with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down and 8.
To throw is Murray.
That pass complete to Moore.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now Murray. This is caught. Touchdown. Zach Pascal. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cards have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On the handoff, it's Madison.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Darnold. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now it's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll run it with Madison. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Madison is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal.
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And it's fielded at the 34. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we return welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Chris Barnes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Looking to throw. On the move past the 40. And down right around the 37. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive in making plays.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Mullins got his tight end. That's complete. It's Oliver. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On the handoff, it's DiMercado.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
And looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Tackled on the play by Cameron Thomas.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Chandler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils.
There he goes, left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down, Arizona.
The give is to DeMercado. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
72 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On the ground, it's DeMercado.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now he's forced out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Here's DeMercado.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
That is caught, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Chandler.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EASports.